Okay, we have a few announcements. First and foremost, I would like to thank YouTube for allowing me to upload videos longer than 15 minutes. YouTube used to say, my camera's cocking, hold on a minute. Yeah. Oh, it always comes out straight when I upload it. Still looks fucked up. Anyway, YouTube used to say 10-minute videos only. Then they said up to 15. Then they said more than 15. So I had to film a half hour of nothing, just half hour looking at the wall. Uploaded it, it went through. So now my vids are going to be a half hour long, which means less individual videos to talk about a stupid topic. And it's kind of like my trademark where I got to interrupt myself to get up and check. And I got to stop mid-sentence to stop the fucking tape. But I'm glad because less interrupting myself, more getting down to business. Also, I saw a documentary today about the Dark Ages. And they mentioned Emperor Justinian. There was a chariot race. And there's this chariot team and this chariot team. And these fans and these fans. And the fans, because Justinian was an asshole, the fans decided to join forces and overthrow Emperor Justinian. They failed. And the historian said that's kind of like all Yankee fans and all Met fans joining forces to overthrow the mayor of New York City. And I'm thinking to myself, how funny is that? They don't have a mayor, they have an emperor. Now, we're going to talk about New Jersey's handgun ammunition ban a little bit, but we're going to focus on the main part. We'll talk about the serial number, and I'm going to briefly mention something I heard about Illinois. Oh, being I got a half hour, remember the weapons accessories ban video I talked about? Well, the guy that's suing them was in jail for 6 days while they were sorting out that nonsense. Also, the judge that's overseeing the lawsuit, let's put it this way, they asked for a jury, thank God. The judge overseeing the weapons accessories ban lawsuit in California was appointed by Bill Clinton at the recommendation of Barbara Boxer and Dianne Feinstein. Yeah. If you need a few minutes to bury your AR-15 in the yard, I'll understand. Yeah. So they asked for a jury. Now he's a U.S. Marine veteran caught with a rifle. If he was a guy that didn't take a bath and had long hair and was smoking weed, the jury would probably side in his favor. We'll see what happens. Now the People's Republic of New Jersey has proposed a new ammunition ban. Update. They've decided to put it on hold for further review. I have a Apple iPod Touch here trying to fuck with. This motherfucker's not. Well, yeah. Thank God I have a half hour now, right? I can go over to the computer to do this if it's gonna fuck up on me, which it will. Right? Fucking stupid thing. You know, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna print this out online. Now I'm not gonna put it on, I'm just gonna look at home. Okay, in short, yeah, I know, it's taking fucking forever. In short, and this is hard because it's difficult to understand, New Jersey has already banned hollow point bullets. the colonel of the New Jersey State Police cannot carry a hollow point bullet in his gun, just the way it is. But they've also banning target ammunition, certain types of target ammunition, certain types of target ammunition, hunting ammunition, self-defense ammunition. For police, it's always for police protection. Just so you know, it's always police protection. Now, this is difficult to understand because A, what the fuck is going to be legal? B, even if something is legal, will a police officer or a gunsmith or a gun dealer or a firearms instructor be able to tell the fucking difference? So that's the problem. The problem is, it's almost like saying you can have the gun but not the ammo. Because how much ammo is going to be legal if that passes? But they put a hold on it for further review because the people of New Jersey and the NRA and a bunch of other organizations started a shitstorm where, we're not taking this shit anymore. Okay? We're just not going to take this shit. Because the problem is they're so fanatical about controlling crime. How in the hell can you control crime? Criminals do whatever they want to do anyway. And if you'll notice, 90% of the time you ask a police officer, what does the police officer say? I'm not worried about the guy that bought his gun in the gun store. I'm worried about the guy that smuggled his gun in from another state. That's the guy the cop is worried about. Now there's another thing about the problem is, remember with weapons accessory bans, if you have a buttstock that looks collapsible, even if it's not collapsible, you can still get arrested, like the guy out in New Jersey, like the guy out in California. Well, if they ban this bullet and this bullet and this bullet and this bullet and this bullet, what's going to be legal and how can you tell? If a cop can't tell the difference between a collapsible buttstock and a non-collapsible buttstock, how's he going to tell the difference between a banned bullet and a non-banned bullet? The bullet itself, not the casing, the bullet itself, the actual projectile. They've also put a ban on BBs, pellets, and plastic airsoft pellets, okay? I was at a flea market once and the guy handed me an airsoft gun. And the guy said, shoot the towel. It was a military towel, the guy was an Air Force veteran, and I felt guilty about shooting it. But he said shoot the fucking towel. And I shot the towel. The plastic airsoft pellet did not penetrate the towel. So, what the fuck? Why in the fuck? I mean, since when did New Jersey become the Soviet Union? And there's another thing talking about it. They got going on. This is the real bitch, the real bitch. They have wording about their serial numbers. If you have a defaced serial number, they want to put this in the law too. They want to arrest you if your serial number gets defaced. Now, the wording for that, if they write it into law, may be a good thing or a bad thing. Assuming this iPad works, yeah, okay. In New York State, this is New York State now. Hold for the clock. Penal Code, New York State. Deface means to remove, deface, cover, alter, or destroy the manufacturer's serial number or distinguishing identification mark. It does not matter whether the number is changed, is removed, or altered. That law is going to be like that. I don't care if you live in Texas. You do not have a right to change the number on a gun, or change the number on the VIN on your car, or change your license plate number, or change your checkbook number or the Macarena number on the bottom. You do not have that right. You do not have a right to change any manufacturer's number, period. Because the manufacturer put the number there for a reason, mostly because they were required to by law. So, They're worried about in New Jersey, what if you have an old firearm and the number gets faded out? It's entirely possible if the wording is wrong, the individual specific wording of the law. Laws are not like the Ten Commandments, thou shalt not. Very, very specific. Laws are like subcategory 2, Penal Code 405-357B. Okay, laws get very, very confusing. I myself read laws 10 times before I say them out loud. Colleges offer a special class in only paralegal studies. You get a bachelor's degree and all you do all day long is read the law book and help write a brief for the lawyer. There are college graduates that's all they do is read from the fucking law book. So it's not that simple. So they're worried about that law in New Jersey because God forbid your penal code gets fucked up. I mean, God forbid your serial number gets fucked up. According to the penal definition, it might be strict liability, where you're automatically being punched. Whereas New York actually says you have to do it deliberately. So if I deliberately block out my serial number on my 1911 is here. I don't want to show it on camera though. If I deliberately block this serial number out, I can go to jail. If it happens by accident, it's just that, an accident. Now, my recommendation to you is for future reference. You don't know what's going to happen in 35 years. My recommendation to you is to record all your serial numbers, especially if you have a Glock and your serial number is here on this fucking plastic, on this metallic strip. Okay? The Glock serial number is here, here, and somewhere on the barrel. I have to close the action, I think. Yeah. Okay. Make sure your serial number is legible. Record your serial number. Any idiot could type it at the computer, but take a picture of it or videotape it. My serial numbers, my handguns, are literally written on the back of my handgun license. Literally. If I ever buy a long gun, which I probably will very soon, I might want to take a picture of it or videotape it. Take the videotape and the picture, save it for evidence for later, for yourself. Now, a forensic scientist can get a serial number. Yes, they can. They have special methods of recovering a serial number on a defaced firearm. Okay? So criminals don't think they're hot shit for cutting the fucking serial number out with a pen, with a hammer or a chisel or some shit. Now, a gunsmith might be able to recover a serial number. A forensic scientist can. If you have an old gun, it could be grandpa's gun that was made in 1905 that came from your great-great-grandfather. It spent 35 years in a rickety old shed and got water on it, it's rusted shut. Or if you're a Vietnam veteran, you probably brought back a trophy AK-47 from the jungle. Yeah. The serial number. Okay? If your serial number gets faded out, do not wait for the law to tell you this. I'm telling you this now. Go to the forensic, go to a gunsmith right away and tell the gunsmith, listen, my serial number is fading out. Now, if he can recover this serial number himself, he can do that. If he can't, he's got to call in a forensic scientist. At your expense, by the way. They recover the serial number and they redo it. They don't re-alter it. They don't alter it. They re-stamp it. They restore it. Okay? You restore it. So it looks brand new. Now, you don't want to do this yourself. You want to take it to an expert because they almost certainly must document this. Now, if you don't record your serial number, you got to have a forensic scientist come in and recover the serial number for you. But if you do record your serial number, bring the picture and the video of the serial number to the forensic scientist, to the gunsmith, and say, look, this is my great-great-great-grandfather's shotgun made in 1907. Serial number's fucked up, and he'll redo it for you and record it. Keep the documentation he gives you. Now, if the serial number cannot be recovered, it cannot be recovered at all, I imagine the gun is gone. I imagine they're going to have to destroy it or surrender it to the police. I don't know. But record your serial numbers right now. I know it sucks if you got like 25, 30, 100 guns. But think about 50, 60, 70, 80 years from now when you're dead and your grandchildren have your guns. Who knows what laws are going to be instituted by then. So, record your serial numbers on all your guns. You should, because what if they're going to get stolen or lost or whatever? Record your serial numbers now. Keep a record hidden somewhere in a safe, in a safety deposit box. God forbid something fucks up. Bring it to the gunsmith and have the gunsmith restore the serial number for you. Yes, it's going to suck because you got to go to the gunsmith. He's got to examine the gun. He's got to redo the fucking thing. You got to pay a fee for it. He might have to call in a forensic scientist to help him at your expense. They cost a lot of money. But how much money is it going to cost when your state passes a ill-defined law and you get prosecuted in criminal court because your serial number's fucked up on your great-great-grandfather's rifle? Okay? So, I hope that New Jersey realizes, wait a minute, this law is fucked up, and they don't do it. But be advised, things happen. Liberalism is a fact we all have to deal with. You know, our grandfathers only had to deal with bees and poison ivy. We got to deal with liberals, we got to deal with drugs, we got to deal with alcohol, we got to deal with all the same shit. So, all different shit. So, record your serial numbers on your weapons. Do this soon. Make records. That way, it's easier for you to recover serial numbers that are faded on guns that are going to be faded out in 50 years. Especially if you have a plastic thing like this. These fucking polymer guns with the serial number right here on a piece of metal, on a piece of sheet metal. Literally, sheet. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, just so we know there. Now, I was talking with one of the guys talking about this from New Jersey, because a couple of guys from New Jersey are blogging about this on YouTube, and there was a guy from Illinois. Ugh. President Lincoln is buried in Illinois. Comrades. There's this thing in Illinois. And I was like, I literally said to him, are you fucking serious? He said they want to outlaw AR rifles for anyone that's had them less than 15 years. Do you have a bill of sale or a document that says when you bought it? I documented my gun sales for this reason. Not for this, but I document my gun sales, I document everything. But Illinois is threatening, according to this individual, to outlaw AR rifles and ban them unless you've had that for 15 years. And I said to him, what are they going to fucking do? Come into your house and take it away from you? If you bought an AR rifle 9 years ago, are they going to come in and take it away? I said, when the fuck did Illinois become England? So, my advice to you, if that is true, my advice is to, I'm going to see if I can post it in the link. If I can't, then shoot me. Shoot me fast because you're not going to have any guns. I'm going to try to post a link to the Second Amendment Foundation. Okay, I strongly advise you, if you have an AR rifle and your government is threatening to take it away or put in some kind of draconian ban, I advise you to call the Second Amendment Foundation or the NRA and get some kind of lawsuit going right away. You know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 AR owners get together. You know, individually you can't hire a good lawyer, but if you got 50 AR-15 owners, you can hire a really good fucking lawyer. The Second Amendment Foundation has a dozen or so lawsuits at a time pending. So, New Jersey's going to really look into this ammunition ban. Seriously think about not putting it in, thank God. The serial number law in New Jersey is ill-defined and it's going to result in a lot of guys that have grandpa's rifle getting arrested. And if this gentleman is true about what they said in Illinois about them, what can they do? You legally bought the fucking rifle 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago. I cannot comprehend how in America they can come in and take something that you've already had for 10 years. I've heard of people in America banning new things, like they say, from now on you can't have an 11-round magazine. From now on you can't have a rifle with a collapsible buttstock. From now on you can't have a 50 caliber rifle. But I cannot comprehend this, my friends. I mean, it's fucking crazy, man. And they always say they're protecting the cops. When was the last time a fucking NRA member shot a cop? Oh, according to them, Jared Loughner is in the NRA. I'm sorry, Jared Loughner is in the NRA. And so is Tim McVeigh. You know who else is in the NRA? Michael Moore. Yeah, that Michael Moore. Big fat ass communist scumbag Michael Moore. He's in the NRA. We should kick his ass out. Okay, I'm getting charged up, man. Again, I charged up. Okay, thank you. 21 minutes and I can upload it. Yay!